217 pounds, is a bastard Pack. The AEW Unified Champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
The Continental Classic. Remember, the semifinals and the finals will culminate Saturday, December 27th at World's End as we make our return to the Now Arena in Chicago, Illinois. But right now, Pac and Kazuchika Okada squaring off for only the second time singles match in their career. 3 points on the line, as I mentioned, for the winner. 1 point in the event of a draw, 0 points for the loser. And Don, Kazuchika Okada cannot afford to give up 2 matches without coming away with even a single point in this tournament.
Well, of course, you're stating the obvious.
The aforementioned Kyle Fletcher and the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita alongside Kazuchika Okada, all competing in the Continental Classic, though not all in the same league. However, worth mentioning that Okada in his AEW career has only been pinned or submitted by 2 men, Kyle Fletcher and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, and you had mentioned, Excalibur, that Pac and Okada have wrestled once.
3 points on the line. These 2 men also tied atop the Blue League.
Look at this spot picker Pac rolling out of the way of the potential contact.
Smart.
Smart move. Yeah, the same thing Okada did earlier in the match.
He's copying our style, clearly.
Pac sends Okada down and just grinds the boot into the face of the international champion, and a stomp to the back of the head. And Don, how did it feel when you had to watch Kazuchika Okada surrender possession? The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, the man who had to surrender the AEW Continental Championship in order to enter this tournament. Right now, the Rainmaker, Okada, a bit beleaguered as Pac to the top rope. Drop kick, nobody home. And big-time John Woo drop kick from Kazuchika Okada that the Rainmaker possesses. Okada comes back in, sliding back elbow, catching Pac right on the jaw. Okada on the move, diving back elbow. And DDT.
Great combination by Okada. Here we go.
Leg is hooked, cover is made. Okada to the top rope. He favors the elbow drop from this position. Lands it. And Okada, a salute for audiences around the world, but here he is building up ahead of steam, and there's the kick from Okada.
Talked about it, Brian. It's amazing, isn't it?
And the Rainmaker, no Pac counters, Kazuchika rolls him up. Oh!
Almost exactly how Kyle Fletcher pinned Okada last week.
Lunging boot to the jaw, but Pac returns fire with one of his own. And now Pac leaps up and over, thrust kick. International champion, the Continental champion, the Unified champion in the corner as Pac, a former international champion in his own right. His turn to come lunging in with that pump kick. Hammer throw reversed by the Bastard. The bypass, the German suplex. Okada planted, Pac has the cover. So close. And a brain buster.
Holy smokes. Try to win it now.
Pac, the 3rd time, hits the Rosa, hits the Rainmaker. And now the Brutalizer cinched in. Okada reverses. 2, 3.
The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
What an incredible win that was. Unbelievable.
Okada picks up his first 3 points of the tournament in shocking fashion. Just as Pac was poised to lock in the Brutalizer, Okada, the tip, the pinning predicament, and the escape with 3 points. There you see 4 athletes all knotted up with 3 points apiece in the Gold League.
The Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher. The Jet, Kevin Knight.
Daniel Garcia for the TNT Championship on Saturday, December 13th. And then 2 weeks from tonight, Manchester, England, Wednesday, December 17th, AEWTIX.com as Kyle Fletcher, the high ground here in the early moments, this Continental Classic matchup.
That's how you want to play. That's how you want to play.
Great takedown by Kyle Fletcher there, and then just booted Kevin Knight right in the face. Just a show of disrespect.
Knight probing for a mat return, couldn't get it, so instead the trip, the walkover by the Jet. Kevin Knight exuding confidence, I think in large part to that win last week over Darby.
Absolutely, we talked about that when he walked into the ring, and look at what this kid can do. Just so much spring in his step.
Hip toss countered out by Kevin Knight, who landed on his feet, now turns the corner. Arm drag brings down Fletcher's second arm drag. And Fletcher bailing out. Knight had connected with that drop kick. And now Kyle Fletcher looking to seize on the opportunity, perhaps a powerbomb on the floor or on the apron. No, Knight escapes. And oh my goodness, Knight lands the lariat, takes down the... It's Kevin Knight now lines up the spring. Boom! On the line here, Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight, and Kevin Knight counters the body slam too.
There we go.
If either man were to score a pinfall or submission in this match, Brian, they would jump out to the lead in the Gold League with 6 points. Watch ROH.com this Friday night. Ring of Honor's final battle as Kyle Fletcher now intercepts Knight in midair. Darts him.
Oh, hallelujah, look at that.
Fletcher lands the solid kick to the jaw, looking for the brain buster, but the Bandera sends Knight out to the apron. Fletcher on the move, but Kevin Knight takes to the skies.
How high did he get?
Knight, the cover to Fletcher. The 20-minute time limit becomes increasingly a bigger factor.
Yeah, let's not forget it's 1 point each for a draw.
May not be a draw if Kevin Knight is able to put Kyle Fletcher back in the ring and score the pinfall.
What he's got to do. Great job, Kevin Knight.
Yeah, that was a fantastic job of Kevin Knight getting Kyle Fletcher back in the ring, and now he's going to the top rope. He beat Darby Allin with a splash last week.
Fans are on their feet here.
UFO splash, the fans could feel it, but so could Kyle Fletcher. Desperation on Kyle Fletcher sweeping out the legs of Kevin Knight.
Yeah, if Kevin Knight can win this match, he'll be the leader in the block. These guys are going toe-to-toe.
Knight floats over and sends Fletcher crashing down. Oh, wait, we saw this position that Darby Allin was in 1 week ago.
Oh, no.
And we saw the distance that Kevin Knight can cover.
Trouble for your man here, Don.
Yes.
Kevin Knight looking to go. Coast! Coast!
Oh, he hurt his back, did Kevin Knight. Look at that.
Oh, I think he should have gone for the cover.
I agree, Brian.
Kevin Knight wants to leave, no doubt. The Jet to the top, the U. Oh, the knees are up. 2. Oh, come on. Knight kicks out.
Oh, this is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Fletcher, emphatic Liger bomb.
That's 3. That was 3, Brian.
What's not?
That was not 3 done. What incredible hold from Kevin Knight.
Fletcher, brainbuster, no, Kevin Knight. 2. Whoa. Swinging a miss.
Jumped right into that kick.
Yeah.
Knight left his feet. Fletcher had the timing perfect. And now Fletcher moving with urgency. Drop, brainbuster. 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner, the Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher.
Now Kyle Fletcher of any tournament participant.
Moxley is the new CMLL World Heavyweight Champion. Claudio Castagnoli.
And actually look forward to these two guys beating the crap out of each other, honestly.
Moxley battering the chest and the jaw of Claudio Castagnoli. Moxley's emissary of violence, as he calls him, in the Death Riders. By Moxley in the matches with Kyle O'Reilly. He's now gouging the eye of Claudio Castagnoli. Jon Moxley bloodied by his emissary of violence, Claudio Castagnoli. Castagnoli puts on the brakes for Moxley, and the giant swing. Moxley being spun around. And Castagnoli, the giant swing. And he steps through the sharpshooter. Can he turn the corner? Can he complete it? Yes. And Moxley, the blood now pouring from the face of Jon Moxley.
Gotta wonder, after that giant swing and all the blood pouring from the head, how much Jon Moxley can stay in this.
Oh yeah, the blood is dripping down Jon Moxley's nose. And just think of the times in the last 2 months that he's tapped out. Don't think Claudio doesn't know that.
Right.
Doesn't remember that.
Absolutely.
Oh, Claudio turns the corner, and now the crossface.
Yeah, and that crossface right across the bridge of the nose.
And Brian, we noticed that the blood coming out of Moxley's head, it was a trickle before he got in the giant swing. Gravity sending all the blood in Moxley's body down to his head in that giant swing, and now coming out in a torrent. Oh, wait, Moxley covers.
Yeah, the sleeper is
Oh,
on.
but Claudio's just so strong.
Remember, it's a 20-minute time limit here, and we're going to stay with this as long as it takes till the time limit expires to have a winner.
And I think the blood right there of Jon Moxley worked against him. He lost the grip on Castagnoli's head. You can see the blood, the remnants on Castagnoli's head. I think that's what allowed Claudio to slip free. And now these two men battling it out center of the ring, just hockey fight style.
Blood everywhere, and it's Jon Moxley's blood.
But Moxley changing levels, swinging a miss. Castagnoli scores with the uppercut. Sidestep sends Castagnoli out to the floor. Moxley! Backslide, high stack. Moxley loses him, but connects with the cutter.
Boy, and Claudio popped right up from the cutter.
Yeah, with a big clothesline, which enabled him to get out. And here you see now Moxley's got a guillotine.
Guillotine, but Castagnoli just dumps Moxley to the outside. An unreal display of strength from Claudio Castagnoli, but we should expect nothing less as Castagnoli.
An incredibly physical matchup. Can Jon Moxley survive this with all the blood that he's lost?
Both these guys have to watch for the count out. I don't know where Bryce Remsburg is on the count. Smart move of Claudio to get Jon Moxley.
3 points on the line for the winner. 1 point in the event of a draw, 0 points for a loss. A 20-minute time limit that is rapidly becoming an issue for both of these combatants.
We're about 15 minutes or so into this match, I do believe, and they're still pushing each other.
Five minutes remaining.
There you go.
Oh! Just as a 15 count came, the uppercut and the win!
Wow! I mean, wow!
Castagnoli.
Claudio Castagnoli just defeated Jon Moxley for only the second time in Castagnoli's career. And now Claudio sits atop the Blue League of the 2025 Continental Classic with 6 points.
When we were in the Blackpool Combat Club, I was never able to defeat Jon Moxley. That's why we always saw him as the leader. Claudio Castagnoli just defeated Jon Moxley in the Continental Classic and now has 6 points. What a showing from Claudio. And what does this mean for Jon Moxley?
Claudio Castagnoli takes the lead in the Blue League of the...
Introducing first from wherever, Wayne, whatever, brightly sweet orange, Cassidy, Roderick, Strong.
Grinding down Orange Cassidy, and if you've got a bad back, as Cassidy has had, Roderick Strong is the last person you want to be in the ring with.
Certainly the messiah of the backbreaker, Nigel, former Ring of Honor World Champion, Tag Champion, Television Champion, AEW International Champion, has had Cassidy's number, but also they've teamed together recently, Nigel.
Well, they've been very friendly. There's no question about that. And even if you go back and listen to what happened on Wednesday, Orange Cassidy said he wanted this to be a conglomeration rules, which meant no chops. And that really got under the skin of Roddy Strong.
That is absurd, let's be honest. I mean, why would you try to instigate such a pathetic rule? Is Orange Cassidy scared?
No, but I think trying to take away the chops from Roddy Strong is a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Well, absolutely.
Back to the ropes now. Here you see Bryce Remsburg is our referee. Great crowd here. Appreciate everybody joining us, watching, and not only with us online as well.
One of those chops as Orange Cassidy tries to explain. He's to get his hands up to.
Wow! Look at the savoir-faire of Orange Cassidy.
Trying to block every one of the chops. Headlock takeover by Orange Cassidy. Continue with taking the mat, or the match that is, onto the mat, guys. Or maybe
it may not be a new
right. That's right.
Has anything to do with it.
Well, you see the Blue League, Claudio Castagnoli against Mascara Dorado. That is coming up tonight. As you mentioned earlier, Claudio leads the Blue League. Our main events in the Blue League, Jon Moxley and Takeshita. How about that coming up tonight?
That's a main event quality, pay-per-view quality match right there.
That Continental Championship. Watch out. Roddy right now relentless. He is just following Orange Cassidy around.
There's a mini Orange Cassidy. Orangina Cassidy.
Wow, and I guess the worst thing Roddy could have said was no to the request. You see why Orange didn't want the chops in play.
Look at this.
Again.
Struggles looking for the backbreaker across the guard.
He's going to get it.
Oh, second time.
Of course, Orange Cassidy, we talked about, trying to rebound from the opening loss to Claudio on Dynamite. And they pick up the backbreaker. Live at a packed house. We're in Columbus, Ohio at GalaxyCon for Collision. Orange Cassidy out of nowhere. Everybody else, Dorado, Orange Cassidy. Roderick with 0 points. Here we go. As defiant as ever.
Oh, that isn't going to help him.
No, it's not.
Going for the stronghold.
Just ticked off Roddy Strong. Using a feet. It's amazing that Cassidy can even nip up on that. Watch out, here it comes! Boom! Orange Cassidy going crashing to the win. Orange Cassidy propels himself to the top. But he's caught! Wow. Power slam! 1, 2!
Laser focused.
Yeah, Roddy is relentless. You're right, Ian. Here's a pickup. No.
Slumdog countered. And the crucifix.
2. Crucifix roll up that time. Didn't work. Moving out of the way. Got the foot up. Still light on his feet after all this is Cassidy. But leaping out.
Nasty fall onto the hamstring for Strong.
Another DDT. This one for the top. 1, 2. Going to attempt with that bad back. We'll find out. He tried. Roddy's got him. Another backbreaker. He holds on into the rack. He's got him racked on the back. No! It's got to be it.
Hand of heartache.
1, 2. No! Somehow, somewhere. Orange Cassidy rolls him over. 1, 2. No, not yet. Wow, what a back and forth match we've got.
And Strong looking to pick up the pace. Now with some urgency. Stun dog millionaire Nigel.
Setting up Strong, who's rubber-legged in the middle. Oh, but he's got caught.
Orange punch caught. Oh, and a heartache block. It's Cassidy with a chop. 2, and Orange Cassidy.
Here's your winner, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Cassidy on the board. And Nigel. I got to admit, I wrote Orange.
Introducing first, from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing 252 pounds, he is the CMLL World Heavyweight Champion, Claudio Castagnoli, Mascara Dorado.
And also also, Dorado coming in could take advantage of going to the Sky. Last year, Commander Tony, remember?
Yes.
Pulled off one of the great upsets. As we see, wow.
This is certainly a great clash of style. Claudio, perhaps the most pound-for-pound strongest competitor in AEW, and Dorado certainly up there with the most athletic and agile high flyer.
Full arm drag twist. Claudio tries to get position. Look at Dorado landing on his feet after that. Arm whip down.
The poise of Dorado is going to be a challenge.
And then Dynamite and Collision Holiday Bash will be in Manchester, England, Wednesday, December 17th. Oh! Tickets available at AEWTIX.com. Cover 1, 2. And a 2 count that time.
Only a very exciting week or two ahead of us. Winter is coming, always a big time in AEW. Tony, you've seen some of the incredible moments that have happened.
Incredible moments, there is no doubt about it. And you know, we've got something very, very special happening right now. It's unprecedented in AEW right now. We have 4 world champions wrestling. 1, 2. Samoa Joe is the AEW World Champion. Bandito's the Ring of Honor World Champion. Claudio Castagnoli, CMLL Heavyweight World Champion. And Takeshita, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. All wrestling in AEW right now. It's amazing, isn't it?
Incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
A lot of depth of talent, a lot of gold. It is where the best wrestle. Hold on.
Ooh. And Dorado, the speed, the quickness. This is going to be the challenge for Castagnoli. Handspring, moonsault, no.
There you saw momentarily the special start time next week for Collision. And we are in Cardiff, Wales. We'll give that to you one more time. Won't want to miss that up on top. Dorado. An oldies bound springboard from one to the other. Smart move, I really think, for him.
Wow, went around the world to cross the road.
For Claudio to go down, but wait a minute, watch out! Claudio met him. Oh.
Nigel, that would be like going up 3-0 in a 7-game set. As Claudio up.
That'd be the only reason.
Is anxious about losing their mask and losing their anonymity.
And their identity, sometimes familial ties, as Claudio.
Oh, here we go, the giant swing!
He went for DOS.
This is how he beat Moxley, a running European uppercut.
Oh.
Into the other side. Dorado light on his feet again. First kick, and down goes not only Castagnoli, but both men. What does Dorado have for Claudio? Oh, he's got a foot in the face.
Ooh. Wow.
What agility.
It was absolutely amazing. An arm drag takedown out of that. The fans love it here, but a pickup. Oh, a hurricane run out of that.
A scintillating sight to see.
Everybody's on their feet.
Oh, Claudio very smartly stunts the movement, but wait a second.
We better turn around.
Over.
Stepping through the ropes, Claudio missed the lariat. Up on top. 1, 2.
Oh my goodness.
Taking a step all the way to the top. And Dorado, gotta be careful.
And Dorado needs to hit a big move here.
Gamangiri to the face.
Oh boy, please don't die.
Unbelievable from Dorado. And he points to the corner. He's going to go up top again. One leap. He's on the top. One European uppercut, and he's down.
We were on the verge of an upset as Claudio now looking to end things with a superplex, but it's Dorado creating space.
Could have been a superplex, maybe a gigantic avalanche brainbuster. We'll never know because Dorado's up on top.
He got it! Shooting star!
1, 2, 3! How about that?
Winner,
Mascara Dorado. It's got to be considered.
Jon Moxley! The Alpha! Konosuke Takeshita!
And Tony, I've been told by our team that we will stay with this match until the 20-minute time limit if we need to. So fans, we will see a winner here tonight, or a draw. We will stay with this match as long as we thank our partners at TNT and HBO Max for that.
Absolutely, and don't forget, if the winner gets 3 points, if there's a draw, 1 point each. And Jon Moxley just spills Takeshita down to the mat. Wales for our collision winners coming. Special start time. Coast to coast. Look at this. Moxley throughout the month of January. Collision live. Tickets at AEWTIX.com.
Look at that very awkward landing for Moxley. You've got to remember the ankle of Moxley was injured in all those matches against Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly's ankle lock paid more than dividends in it. Eventually forced Moxley to succumb.
Takeshita going to show no quarter here, immediately grabbing the ankle, Tony.
It's something that Claudio did not try to touch. He did not get on the ankle of Jon Moxley, you'll recall. But now, Takeshita, of course, got him in with the Death Riders, going right back to it. For this match, grabs a hold. He's going to try to throw Takeshita right out of the ring here.
Ooh, I don't know if he had enough on that ankle and knee, Tony.
That's a good call. He did not. Big pump kick that time. Moxley goes to the ankle of Takeshita. How about that for turnaround?
Well, and that certainly seemed to land.
Oh, stop! Takeshita.
The best option you've got. Hold on. Wow, gritting through the pain to deliver. And again,
Takeshita with a German out of that. He's back to his feet.
And double clothesline.
In Columbus, once again, you see the standings.
Ooh.
10 minutes have gone by. 10 minutes remaining.
At the halfway point, remember a draw, and as Ian told you, we're going to stay with this one as long as it takes. If there's a draw, each man will get a point. The winner would get 3. Now they're just fighting for all they got.
They are swinging for the fences, looking for a knockout.
Oh, and they're holding each other up right now.
They are. Good call.
In exhaustion.
Ducking low. Takeshita. That time Moxley. Greats in the world. Right here in front of you here on TNT and on HBO Max, of course.
They saw that Takeshita using to prevent the attempted pile driver.
There's under 8 minutes in the time limit here. Something's got to give. As Takeshita looking to fire up. It's Konosuke.
He's the leg.
Oh, man.
Of the ankle, yeah.
It's a great call, Nigel. You are right. Jon Moxley's going to take advantage. That's at least a 2.
Will make a man do
That's what you got to do. Watch out. Get right in front of us.
Watch out.
Oh, my God. Jon Moxley.
9. This is it.
A surge of energy. Jon Moxley's back in it. Takeshita.
Frog splash.
1, 2, no. Winner's coming.
It was like it was.
1, 2, no. Special start time of 4:30 comes to cross. A defiant Jon Moxley. There it was. DDT. Cover. 1, 2, no. Takeshita's leg is on the bottom rope. Corner, I'll never know. Takeshita did not go down. That time he does.
But he's back up.
Oh my God.
Fighting spirit.
Oh, a forearm shot. Jabs, body shots, forearms. Moxley ahead of steam. Oh, he can't do it. Oh, the knee. 1, 2, no. What the hell are we watching?
And the pad's coming down. The bone is exposed. Takeshita is about to choose violence here in Columbus.
Takeshita's got to grit through the pain. Forget about the ankle.
He got him with the knee. And he stands over Moxley. He's not done.
Going to put this one away.
A pickup.
Raging fire.
The raging fire. 1, 2, 3.
He did it.
Here's your winner, the Alpha Takeshita.
You have watched what the Continental Classic is all about.